Hello everybody, welcome to our boss guide for The Lost Sinner in Dark Souls 2. I'm Ryan Telznik from GamesRadar.com.
And I'm Lorenzo Valoria.
And Lorenzo, this was the second Great Soul boss that I fought in the game.
Right, and he's right at the end of the Bastille. And I noticed that you didn't summon a NPC character here.
Yeah, so I used a human effigy thinking I would find it in the little section leading up to him and did not, so I assumed there wasn't one.
But there actually is, so if way before this fight, well, not way before, just the section before this fight, there's a water area with some giant monsters that are kind of hard to kill. You'll find the summon just before that water area.
Oh, so like right when you come down the elevator.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it'll be right around there. So if you want a little extra help on this guy, just go look around.
Well, good to
in
know,
human
because
form.
I did not have that. Now, this boss is such a huge pain in the ass. Now, before you fight him, you're going to want to do something to make this a much easier fight, because if you do not do what I'm about to tell you, this room is basically pitch black.
Okay.
And you have to you can barely see him, and he's much harder to target, and his attacks are much harder to dodge. So before you even come in to fight the Lost Sinner, you'll see on the pathway leading up to this fog gate, there are two giant staircases leading up to two different rooms. If you fight the Belfry Gargoyle in the Bastille, which you need to use a Pharaoh's Lockstone on a door right under the servants' quarters bonfire, that leads to the optional Belfry Gargoyle boss. And at the end, after you beat that boss and you walk to the end of its little loop, you'll find the Bastille key. Now, you need that key to open the two gates on each end of the fog gate leading to this boss. And inside those gates are two giant oil pits. And you can catch those on fire with your torch, which illuminates this room.
Okay.
So be sure to do that before you even come in here if you don't want to just keep bashing your head against your controller trying to beat him in the dark. Because I'll tell you, he gave me a hell of a time even when there was some light in here.
Right.
So the thing is, he's fast. His attacks are very fast. He's got a lot of gap closers, and he's tough to circle strafe, just because a lot of his attacks are giant sweeping attacks that hit anything like in a 180 degree, a cone in front of him. So here's the trick. You gotta, like a lot of the bosses, especially like the Rotten and the Pursuer, you basically just have to perfect roll dodge his attacks. But what I found worked best, instead of rolling back away from him because he gap closes so fast, roll into him.
Okay.
Roll right into his sword, and you'll get a little behind him, or at least at his side. Hit him once, and then just prep for the next, because he's also got a lot of dodges like that one there. He's got his angle sweeping attack. He's got a forward thrust, where if he hits you with that, does insane amount of damage. I would say keep your shield up when you can, when you're not trying to rapidly regen some stamina.
He seems to be jumping high into the air and doing a downward attack too.
Yes. Oh god, those attacks are really annoying. And sometimes he comes straight down at you, and sometimes he does this thing where he hops back and thrusts forward at you. So just keep practicing those perfect roll dodges. Make sure you illuminate the room before you go in, and he should eventually go down. But that's it for this video. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and check us out at GamesRadar.com.